Sean Myers of the Westmoreland Sports Network, joined by Tom Rodriguez, the softball coach of the Belle Vernon area Leopards, before his team begins the 4A postseason. And first off, congratulations, Tom. Another great regular season, a second place finish for the Leopards. So how did you evaluate how 2023 has gone to this point?
So far, we talked at the beginning of the year, and we felt that everything that happened would have happened, except we felt we would have been able to beat EF one time, and we didn't accomplish that.
Well,
but other than that, yeah.
Yeah, very good Elizabeth forward team, but you went against some tough competition as well, and you played teams like Southmoreland and Greater Latrobe that certainly made you battle-tested. Ligonier Valley as well. Was it sort of the mindset heading into the season, knowing that you had a pretty talented group, that you wanted to test their mettle?
Definitely. I mean, I could see hitting. I think that just to get, I don't like to put a lot of emphasis on home runs, but last year we hit 13 home runs, which is the most ever. I remember when I first started hitting one or two a year. Well, this year we're already up to 25. So we just got to hope that some of that carries over into the playoffs.
Well, you have a lot of great players. I saw some of them last year, even as freshmen, who made big contributions. And then you have some upperclassmen as well, have been doing it for a while. And you look at a player like Marin Medikosh, one of the few seniors on this team. Is she a player that the others kind of look up to for her to lead by example?
Yeah, definitely. She's a real positive person. I never hear her say anything uh, bad about anybody. And yeah, she sort of stays pretty calm. She's still my best hitter in the. She is her strikeout ratio to at bats is the lowest on a team.
Let's talk a little bit about the pitching, because you mentioned you can score some runs. You can obviously hit some home runs and put up the offense. What's going to be key, and how have you evaluated the pitching and defense to this point in terms of run suppression?
Yeah, actually, I mean, the last few games, I mean, my pitchers, they're at the point where I really can't say who I'm going to pitch. You know, I've been alternating them every game. Uh, just the fact that I really can't pick one. Like, it depends on what game it is. I mean, the last two games, Talia has given up 2 hits. In the last 3 games, Olivia has given up 2 hits. So it's like hard at this point. I just got to go day by day. We're scrimmaging again tomorrow. I'm gonna have to see how that goes. We're going down to face Carmichael's.
Well, so you get that opportunity because you secured a first round bye by getting the number 4 seed in this bracket in 4A. 4 teams get a bye, and so you get one of those. How significant is that to not have to play that first round game?
Yes and no. Like I said, I still would have rather had the 3rd or the 6th seed so that I could have been in the opposite bracket. But yeah, it is important in a way. I get extra scrimmage in here on Monday. Of course, I was able to sneak in a game on Thursday too against Union, so that worked out well too.
So we mentioned the number 4 seed. Do you feel as though that the Elizabeth forward getting the number 1 seed, that kind of benefited you to an extent, that they were so good that the 2 losses against them maybe weren't out as punitive for your team?
Yeah, I guess you can. That's what they must have looked at it that way, and that's why I got the 4 seed, I guess.
So with that in mind, you've gone against probably the best team in 4A twice already in EF. What does it take to take that next step and to be able to compete and defeat the top teams in this bracket?
Well, I'm not sure what to tell you. Like I say, they're so well rounded. I mean, the hitting, it's going to be tough. I'm not sure what I can do different. You know, I pitched both pitchers against them the second time, and they hit both of my pitchers. So just have to think a little more.
We know that playoff softball is a little bit different because it's a scenario where your back's against the wall. It's usually a one and done type of environment, and that creates a pressure packed scenario. How do you approach it with your girls, making sure that they embrace the opportunity without getting overwhelmed by it?
Yeah, I try to stay, you know, I'm not like a yeller, screamer, or whatever. I try to stay calm at all time. Just try to be positive. as they come off the field all the time, say things to different girls. Hey, good catch. Just try to be positive and just play our game. You know what I'm saying? We can control the errors, we can't control the strikeouts, but the mental part, especially when we get into the playoffs, is a big deal, and we need to focus more on that.
I know you highlighted how the game has changed a little bit from when you started, especially with some of the power hitting. But when you think back to each team, I'm sure there's something that stands out. This year, what makes this team special and unique for you?
Just that I never had this many hitters that hit so well. Like I got 3 girls over 400, 4 or 5 girls over 300. Even back when I had Bailey Partial, luckily I had her because we were like maybe a 280 team. So if I had this group with her, there would have been no question. Would have been in good shape.
Well, Tom, thanks so much for taking the time to do this. Congrats on a great regular season again, and hopefully you can make a postseason run.
All right, thanks. Appreciate it, Sean. Thank you.